Guys, we want to start give a story in the welcome back to the industry, and today we are going to be honoring the man, the myth, the legend, Stan Lee. So Stan Lee, if you do not know, is the creator or one of the co-creators of the Marvel Comics and pretty much the MCU and the Marvel movies. Now, the thing with Stan Lee is that he makes cameos in a bunch of these movies, like a short little gag, a long gag, an appearance. And I just want to honor him by ranking the top 10 Stan Lee cameos. Now, this is an impossible list because there are so many, so I have to do 5 honorable mentions. First off, if we had a top 15, number 11 would be Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to show any clips of these. I'm just going to name them and then explain the cameo and why I love it so much. So number 11 would be Guardians of the Galaxy. It's pretty much Rocket making fun of Stan Lee, why he's flirting with a girl, and it's just really funny. However, it's not in the top 10. Number 12 is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's pretty much Stan Lee saying, I know that guy, and he's pointing at Spider-Man. Number 13 is Iron Man 2, where Tony Stark, thinks that Stan Lee is actually Larry King, which is actually really funny. Number 14 is Thor: The Dark World, where Stan Lee is at a retirement home and asks for his shoe back. And number 15 is Big Hero 6, where he just makes his first animated Stan Lee cameo on the big screen. So, without further ado, here are the top 10 best Stan Lee cameos. So number 10 is Thor. Now, I am not a huge fan of the first Thor film, or the second, but both have really good Stan Lee cameos, and this one is really, really funny. It involves him trying to lift Thor's hammer. He's in a pickup truck, and he is just trying to get it out with like a chain on his pickup truck, and he goes forward, and then like on a pickup truck there's like the truck, and then the little like rectangle thingy that's on the back, that falls off, and Stanley goes, did it work? It's just really funny. It's a really smart gag. Number 9 is actually Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah, this one is one of the most important cameos, but personally, I don't really like it. It pretty much tells us that Stan Lee is the same guy in every single one of the cameos that he's ever made. He is the same exact person, but even though it is a smart gag and it does give us some information, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Number 8 is Ant-Man. Ant-Man is personally one of my favorite Marvel movies, MCU movies. It's probably in my top 3. It's just so funny throughout, and that's mainly due to one of my favorite side characters, Luis. Luis is so funny. Michael Pena is great at portraying that character, and his storytelling is one of the best parts about the MCU films, mainly the Ant-Man films. That's always what I look forward to. And the storytelling in Ant-Man is great. The second one, which is the finale to Ant-Man, is great. It has Stan Lee portraying a bartender saying that a woman is crazy, stupid, fine. Yes. Number 7 is Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is probably the worst of the original Spider-Man trilogy. However, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 don't have that great of cameos. It just involves Stan Lee looking shocked of Spider-Man battling whoever the villain is and just rescuing somebody. I'm just not a huge fan of those cameos. But in Spider-Man 3, he gives some inspiration to Peter Parker. He said it actually does tie in to the plot, saying that you only are the man that you want to be. Enough said. We are at 6, I believe. I'm sorry, I do not edit videos. I'm real. Number 6, is Avengers Infinity War. So this one has me conflicted because it's the biggest Marvel movie to date, and by that I mean like the most important Marvel movie to date because it brings all of the movies together, brings every MCU film together. That's why I have it on this list, but I really don't think it's that. It's a good cameo. It's a funny cameo. Just I have to put it at number six. I it shouldn't even be on my list because I really want to put Ant-Man and the Wasp because that's probably gonna be the last Stan Lee cameo. Because I really feel like he's not gonna make one in Captain Marvel. I really want to put Ant-Man and the Wasp, but Ant-Man and the Wasp is not even. It's not even an important film, and the cameo is not that good either. But Infinity War is kind of funny. It has Stan Lee questioning about high schoolers never seeing a spaceship before. When of course it's the portal that sucks everything in. Um, yeah, I can't put it any higher. The top five. This was hard to rank. I knew where number one would be, but number two through five was so hard. So number five is Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh my God, Spider-Man Homecoming. Um, this is personally my favorite MCU film, and that's why it's in the top five. It has Stan Lee calling Spider-Man a punk. It is really funny because uh, Spider-Man bonks the head of the guy that left his car keys in his own car off the hood of his car. And then everybody's like trying to call him a punk, calling him a jerk. People are telling him to quiet down, and Stanley just says that. It's really funny. Number four is Black Panther. Black Panther is an amazing movie. I love it. It's so revolutionary. It gives us a great cast. It's a really memorable MCU film, and this cameo is one of the most memorable as well. It takes place at the casino scene, probably one of the more memorable or one of the most popularly recognized, I guess, cameos in that movie, and involves Stan Lee, I guess, saving T'Challa's winnings from, I'm not even sure what they were playing, but a card game, whatever people play at the casinos, at the tables, blackjack, poker, whatever they were playing. He just kept the checkers, and he said he was gonna bring them over here, and I'll keep them for safe keeping. Yeah, we all believe you, Stan Lee. Rest in peace. Number three is The Avengers. This is just a really smart gag. It involves, it's really short, so if you do not catch it, it is, understandable. But it just involves Stan Lee on a news report saying, superheroes in New York? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Like, who would ever think of that? It's just Stan Lee doing his best stand-up. Number two, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So I have not seen the movie fully. I had to look at like every Stan Lee cameo. Just like a YouTube video. Yes, I use YouTube. I do not use Patreon. I do not use Twitter. I use YouTube. I am very old. I be 13. But this cameo is ridiculously funny. It involves Stan Lee trying to get into a wedding, and the guy's like, "What's your name?" It's like, "Stan Lee." He really broke the fourth wall, and he's like, "Oh, you're not on the list." It's like, "But really, I'm Stan Lee. I'm Stan Lee." It's just Stan Lee. That's Stan Lee though. That's Stan Lee. That's just the just the joy, the comedy, the realization of Stan Lee. But number one and my absolute favorite, I do not like this movie, but this is my absolute favorite cameo, and that is The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man has the best cameo. It involves the Lizard and Spider-Man battling in the school, and they go to the library, and Stan Lee is there, and what he's doing, he doesn't realize the entire fight. Like, they're throwing tables around, they're throwing books around, they're smashing each other in the face, and Stanley is just busy stapling papers, not even recognizing, listening to classic music from Beethoven, and then walks off, and the fight continues. It's just, it's so meta, and it's so great, and it is my favorite Stan Lee cameo. So thank you guys for watching. We all love you, Stan Lee. Rest in peace, you fine man. Comment down below, what is your favorite Stan Lee cameo? If you can even tell me, there are so many. Hopefully he makes one in Captain Marvel, maybe even Avengers 4. I highly doubt it, but highly, Captain Marvel, or maybe somebody pretending to be Stan Lee's Avengers 4. It wouldn't be the same, but thank you guys for watching. I will not be posting for the rest of this week, probably. I did say I was going to post on Saturday or Sunday, but I didn't. Don't trust me. And yeah, see ya. Rest in peace, Stan Lee.